Okay, so if you've kept up with the news, and chances are you probably already know about this situation, but I sort of just wanted to put my own 2 cents on the situation and what I think, what I think about this whole fiasco that's going on. So if you didn't know already, Nintendo are sort of doing a campaign to take down a bunch of ROM sites. Um, and they're doing this in the hopes of sort of trying to make people not use ROMs anymore, and in turn go towards Nintendo products and get these classic games, and by spending their own money on the Nintendo eShop or something. I don't know. I really don't know why they're doing this now. Out of any time, they just decide to start randomly attack ROM sites right now. I know they've done it in the past before, but they're sort of Nintendo aren't playing around anymore. They're suing. They're not issuing out warnings or anymore. Like, they're not. Like, they just don't care. They will sue you, and they will try and take down the website if you are if you have their ROMs available on your website. And so Emulator Paradise, they recently got taken down. Or they didn't get taken down, they actually took off all their ROMs related to Nintendo on their own, because they didn't want to get possibly sued by Nintendo. This sucks. And this really does suck. But part of me just feels like this is such a stupid decision in multiple ways. This is a very stupid decision. Because trying to take down all these websites and trying to lessen the availability of ROMs is a very bad thing. ROMs are very important when it comes to preserving gaming history. There's a lot of old games there's a lot of really old games like in these ROMs. Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo 64, any console. A lot of these old Nintendo consoles, a lot of games that came out for them never got official Western releases, or they're just too niche to have ever been sold again. So chances are, if you ever want to play a physical version of these games, well, good luck. You will never find them. They're either you can never find them, or they're super extremely rare, so they're expensive. So this is why people turn towards ROMs, and I don't blame them for doing that. It's a very amazing alternative than just collecting the games and trying to buy them and trying to find them. ROMs are amazing. That's the point I'm trying to make. ROMs are amazing. They're convenient. They're extremely easy to download, and they're extremely easy to use. Chances are, if you're watching this, you have probably played ROMs yourself. You've downloaded them yourself. So, with this out of the way, I don't understand like why people, like, I've been seeing a lot of on comment sections, I've been seeing a lot of people say they're supporting Nintendo over this decision. They keep saying that, oh, it's fine because people are pirating these games. They're nothing but pirates. So good on Nintendo for taking down these ROM sites. And to that, I say bullshit. The Virtual Console, which isn't even on the Switch, by the way. They said Nintendo said themselves they aren't bringing back the Virtual Console on the Switch, and I don't even like the Virtual Console. I think the Virtual Console is such a terrible way to distribute all these old games. Not because it's a bad service itself, but rather I think it doesn't offer anything more than what you get from just downloading an emulator and playing with ROMs. It doesn't offer a better experience. It doesn't do anything different. when I've played virtual console games myself, it's basically just like playing a ROM on an emulator, except you paid money for to play it on a Nintendo console. Wow, amazing. And I don't understand why I would want to pay a crap ton of money for these games on the virtual console when I can download them for free on the internet and play them even on my phone. So tell me, Nintendo, why would I pick your inferior product? Why would I pick that over a product that's free and it's easy to use and it's easy to download? Why? If you want to beat piracy, Nintendo, you have to be better than the pirate. Just like Gabe Newell said, if you want to beat the pirates, if you want to beat the people that are pirating your game, and if you want to make people want your product, you have to make a product that's better. There's go on the virtual console right now that's on the 3DS and Wii U. There's no reason why the original Super Mario Brothers should be like $5 to $10 fucking dollars. I'm not paying that much money just to play an old game that was on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna pay a fucking arm and a leg to play these extremely old games. Like, I've played these games before, and they keep releasing these new consoles. Like, Nintendo keep releasing new consoles, and you can't even get the games that you've already paid for on your Wii U or 3DS. There's no way for you to re-download the game. If they ever make something similar to the virtual console on the Switch, you're gonna have to buy those games all over again. You're gonna have to buy them all over again because Nintendo love money, and they're not willing to make a service that is superior to what pirates do already. So I don't understand why people defend this. I don't understand how anybody could defend Nintendo at this point. I think it's just shitty. There's no point in shaming people for preferring a product that is not only as good as to what Nintendo offer, but it's free, and it's not fucking overpriced like the virtual console games are on the virtual console. Like, if I want to play Donkey Kong 64 right now, that game costs like $15 on the fucking Wii U. That's just ridiculous. I'm not going to pay that amount of fucking money. And there's still a lot of old games that you can't even get on the virtual console. For example, the original GoldenEye 007. You can't even download that. You can't even buy it on the virtual console. You want to know the only other way you can play that game? That's right, ROMs. If you want to play that fucking game without having to get a Nintendo 64 again, or if you don't want to buy a Nintendo 64, the only way to get that game or then to play it is through ROMs and an emulator. But Nintendo don't like this, and I don't understand why they're meddling with the balance of emulation and ROMs. It's been here forever, and it's going to stay here forever. Unless you offer a product that is superior and is much cheaper, then nobody is going to quit. Nobody's going to quit using emulators and ROMs. I'm sorry, Nintendo, but you're way too in over your head if you think people are going to be willing to change, or people are going to be willing to buy your fucking virtual console. They've already done the Nintendo, the Mini NES and the Mini Super Nintendo. They've done these pushes before, but they're not fucking. You can't even fucking buy a Mini Super Nintendo. You can't even buy an NES Classic anymore. You can't get a Super Nintendo Classic because they only make 2 units each. They only make 2 Super Nintendos every time. So there's no way you can fucking actually buy them in stores. I just think it's ridiculous. And this goes for anything when it comes to this goes with any product. Let's say, for example, Crunchyroll, an anime. Some people don't like paying for Crunchyroll, and I don't blame them. Crunchyroll has sort of stagnated. They're not releasing new features or anything. So if you can get a similar experience, if you can get a similar experience for free than paying for Crunchyroll, like let's say Kiss Anime, then why would you pay for Crunchyroll if Kiss Anime is free? So if Crunchyroll ever wanted to stop anime piracy, they'd have to make a service that is superior to what the pirates are offering. You have to make something that the pirates can't emulate themselves, something that they can't do, something that they can't compete with. But Nintendo don't want to do this. Instead of releasing a cheaper and a much better version of the Virtual Console on the Switch, they're just like, fuck it. We're just gonna fucking delete these ROM sites because we hate that people aren't spending money on our overpriced games on the Virtual Console, even though they don't even have the fucking service on the Switch. But that's Nintendo for you. And I think it's stupid. If you're against people doing this shit, then offer a better fucking service. That's it for me. I'll see y'all later.